Hello, I have some information about the August 1970 Sterling Hall bombing. Uh, I lived in the area. I was 11. I had a paper out Sunday morning delivering the Milwaukee Journal, and when I went that morning, got up, my parents said, "Did you hear the big blast?" I said, "No." Everyone was awake after that, but I slept right through it. So I went and did my paper out that morning, got done, and I was about uh, half a mile from the end of my paper route to Sterling Hall. So I decided I'd take a detour, and I rode on my bike up there and went on the past the two buildings where the Sterling Hall bombing was, and it was all. So I went past it on my bike, and I looked in there. There was no one there. It was like 8 in the morning, where there was security, hardly anybody around. So I just took a look in there, and what I saw was very interesting, because what I saw was a 8 to 10 foot high pile of rubble in the center of the parking lot between the two buildings, and evidently the windows were all blown out from the inside, and so the implications there were very interesting, and I just took note of it, and I took off and rode home, and just didn't say a word. And so I saw that those windows had blown up from the inside, and there was no van or anything, or parked cars in front of the building. What I saw was a pile of rubble and windows blown up from the inside. And then, of course, that next day they had a huge piece of plywood to cover the space between the two buildings so no one could look in. They covered the whole space with a huge piece of plywood, and that was interesting too, as to hide so no one could see what had happened. So that's my tale of my tale of 1970 August. Sterling Hall. You might say false flag. Draw your own conclusions. Buildings, windows blown up from the inside. Okay, Roger, over and out. Goodbye.